You are watching me, Mick, here on my YouTube channel, Movies TV Mad. You can also follow me on X or Twitter, or whatever you want to call it, at Movies TV Mad, and on Instagram, Movies TV Mad X. I think you'd have to be very charitable to say that the recent 4 Russell T Davies specials of Doctor Who have been the best ever, because they haven't. That's not an opinion, that's factual. Now on this channel I've tried to be balanced, and I've tried not to be the fandom menace. It sucks, and we know why the fandom menace don't like Doctor Who, and there's no point going into it here on this channel because I don't want to waste my time on that. But my issues with what Russell T Davies has done are very different to what most people's issues are. But in an article where Millie Gibson, who plays Ruby Sunday, was being interviewed, Mills said that the upcoming next season of Doctor Who will appeal to Gen Z and will be very controversial. Now clearly, Mills didn't pluck this shit out of her head. RTD and the BBC told her to say that. No RTD, no BBC. Gen Z and this will not appeal to Gen Z. That may be your wet dream, but Gen Z don't watch broadcast television. Gen Z certainly don't watch the BBC. So it seems like a very arrogant statement, and this is not against Millie, because Millie's been told to say this. That's obvious, that the upcoming season of Doctor Who will not only be controversial, but it will appeal to Gen Z, because they're treating Gen Z as a group of people and not individuals. That's insulting that generation already, because they think Gen Z are a bunch of left-wing, progressive, people waving their fists about, down with the patriarchy, equality and all that. And of course, none of this is actually true. They believe that Gen Z are a bunch of activists, and it's simply not true. Gen Z in 2023 mostly went to see 2 films, Oppenheimer and Barbie. One movie is about a doll, directed by an auteur, and the other one Oppenheimer is directed by Christopher Nolan, another auteur who is even better than Greta Gerwig, if you ask me, and it's a historical film. It's an educational film, and, both films were somewhat entertaining. Obviously Barbie is a feminist movie, but it was entertaining at the same time. And whatever you're doing with a film, as long as it's entertaining, I can't complain at the end of the day. So what gives them the expectation that Gen Z are going to appeal, are going to want to watch new Doctor Who? Series 15, Series 1, who the fuck knows what it is right now? Calling it Season 1 is just confusing people all the more. I don't know what that's all about. It hints towards a reset, but it's not a reset. But yeah, Gen Z are not going to be attracted to Doctor Who. I understand that Ncuti Gatwa was very popular on sex education with Gen Z, but Gen Z do not follow actors from one project to the other. Shall I tell you how I know this? The ratings of the Star Beast weren't that stellar. The Star Beast overnight, let's remember this, the overnights were around 5 million. Although that's a good average, and one of the top numbers of the year, when you look at, obviously the light entertainment side, Strictly Come Dancing gets over 7 million viewers. I'm a Celebrity gets 11, 12 million. That's overnight. Now you can start adding, the iPlayer views together with the overnights, and it looks more healthier. But at the end of the day, just imagine, the Day of the Doctor had 10 million viewers overnight. Imagine when you added the iPlayer viewers onto that. you could be talking 12 to 13 million. So the truth of the matter is, Gen Z weren't attracted to go to watch Doctor Who just because, and I understand that Ncuti Gatwa wasn't in Star Beast, but having his name attached to Doctor Who should have attracted some extra footfall. And the truth of the matter is, it's just the same people going back to watch Doctor Who. And it's not Gen Z that's watching Doctor Who at the end of the day. It's people from around 23 to 60. The trends on social media. The average ages of the people talking about Doctor Who, whether it's positive or negative, are 23 to 60. So, look, young people, teenagers are not interested mostly in Doctor Who anymore. That's the thing. Now, what's interesting and what's rather ironic, my fellow Doctor Who fans, about all of this is in RTD1, he appealed to teenagers, people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, existing fans, new fans. He was hitting lots of age groups, engineers, right? Exactly what, they're attempting to do now, attract Generation Z. But the way, ironically, as I say, the way he did it in RTD1 was writing with his heart, being inventive, being bold, with great characters, with great characterizations, with great versions of the Doctor. He's not doing that anymore. He's just kind of winding up existing Doctor Who fans, and he thinks by doing that, he's going to attract Gen Z. Russell, you're a near-on 60-year-old man. You have no idea how to attract Generation Z to Doctor Who. Gen Z are mostly on TikTok or YouTube. Let's be honest about it, right? Because I have nephews and nieces, and I know that. They're always on their damn devices. They'll binge something, but they won't come in once a week to watch a TV show. And if they do, it has to be bloody good. Here's the thing about Gen Z. They're quite intelligent. They know what they want. They want great storytelling. They want great dialogue. Now, clearly, RTD and his team believe, because sex education was very diverse, as it was dealing with different issues, that if Doctor Who can pretend that it's right on, that it can appeal to that audience. But Gen Z ain't stupid. They can see what you're attempting to do. Basically, these 4 specials have no substance. That's the truth. Now, as I say, I've been very, very balanced in my reviews about them, talking about things I did like and things that I didn't like. But that's the truth. They're not special. They shouldn't even be called specials because they're not special in any way, shape or form. How do they think Gen Z are going to want to watch this? Oh, because he's mocking older white men? That's not how it works. He's obviously studied Gen Z on the internet, or a group of them, and he thinks by tarnishing men my age and existing Doctor Who fans that that's going to work. No. You have to do your due diligence, Russell. You have to do what you did before with good writing. And there's no evidence in your first 4 specials that you're going to do this. No evidence whatsoever. Because, regrettably, your 4 specials wasn't very good. As I explained in my review, that special, the Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road, didn't come to life until Ruby vanished and the Doctor was front and centre. Ncuti was excellent. It felt like his Doctor versus the Sycorax moment from the Christmas Invasion. That was very good, and it worked for me. The tears didn't work for me, though, when he was crying, because it just looked like someone just put some water down his cheeks. And let's talk about the song that him and Ruby broke into. It didn't feel earned, it just felt fake. It's like, oh, they sang in Barbie, right? Let's do a song for the Barbie crowd. He's picking things from Generation Z that Generation Z like, copying and pasting them, hoping for the best. It's all very lazy. But Gen Z ain't stupid enough to take the bait because they're not interested. They are not interested. And Russell isn't going to understand this. The ratings will go lower and lower if the quality continues to fall. And here's the thing, and this is what I pre-warned. I gave you all these red flags prior to Starbeast. I said that they would go back and change, Donna Noble's beautiful tragic ending, and they did. He's going to continue undoing every beautiful thing that he did. But he can't destroy it because it's all on physical media, it's all on the iPlayer, it's there to enjoy. So he can continue attempting to be controversial and continue to appeal to an audience that doesn't exist. He may want Gen Z, but Gen Z certainly don't want him.